Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or picked up your phone, stared at it for a moment, and thought, "Now what was I about to do?" You're not alone. After 65, many of us notice our minds don't feel as sharp as they used to. But here's the truth. Just because the calendar says we're getting older doesn't mean our mental energy has to fade away. In fact, you can stay sharp, focused, and clear-headed well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Mental energy isn't just about memory. It's about motivation, attention, creativity, and feeling awake and alive each day. And the best part? You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines, just small, simple shifts that keep your brain vibrant and your spirit strong. Today, we're diving into what I like to call the mental energy blueprint. These are real-life, doable habits that help you feel mentally energized, not just for a few hours, but consistently, day after day. And it all starts with one basic but powerful shift: how you start your morning. You see, the first 30 minutes of your day can set the tone for your entire mental state. Think of your brain like a car engine. It needs the right fuel and a gentle warm-up. If you wake up and immediately reach for your phone, scroll through news or social media, or stress over a long to-do list, you're giving your brain a jolt of anxiety before it's even fully awake. But when you start your day calmly and with purpose, everything shifts. Try this instead. When you wake up, sit by a window, take a few deep breaths, and give your brain a moment to settle. Look outside. Listen to the morning sounds. Even just 5 quiet minutes without any screens can calm your nervous system and boost clarity. If you enjoy a warm drink, make it part of a peaceful ritual, not a rushed task. This isn't just about relaxation. Research shows that a calm start improves focus, memory, and emotional balance throughout the day. Now, let's talk about what you feed your brain, not just emotionally, but literally. What you eat directly affects your mental energy. Ever had a heavy breakfast and then felt foggy all morning? That's no coincidence. The brain uses a surprising amount of energy, and it needs the right kind of fuel to function at its best. Start your day with foods that stabilize your blood sugar and energize your brain. Things like oatmeal with berries, a boiled egg with avocado toast, or even a simple smoothie with greens, banana, and a spoonful of nut butter. You don't need to follow a fancy diet. Just be mindful of how certain foods make you feel. After a good breakfast, notice if your mind feels clearer and more alert. That's your body telling you what works. And here's something else you might not expect: your posture. Yes, how you sit or stand can change your mental energy almost instantly. When we slump in a chair, our breath becomes shallow, our spine compresses, and our brain gets less oxygen. But when you sit tall, shoulders, back, chest open, you breathe deeper, your blood flows better, and your mind sharpens. Try it now. Lift your head, take a deep breath, and notice the difference. These may seem like small things, but they build a foundation. A calm morning, smart fuel, and better posture are like turning on the lights in a room that's been dim for too long. You don't need to fix your brain. You just need to support it in the right way. Now that we've laid that foundation, let's go a little deeper and look at how your daily habits, especially how you spend your time, can either drain or boost your mental energy. Think for a moment about how you spend most of your day. Is it filled with things that energize you or things that leave you feeling scattered, drained, or just off? After 65, our time becomes more flexible, which is a gift, but also a challenge. Without structure, the day can slip by in a blur, leaving us feeling like we haven't really done anything meaningful. And that right there is one of the sneakiest ways mental energy starts to fade. Your brain loves purpose. It doesn't matter if that purpose is big or small. What matters is that you feel engaged. One of the most powerful things you can do to stay mentally sharp is to build a simple daily rhythm that includes things you look forward to. That might be a morning walk, a creative hobby, tending your garden, chatting with a friend, or even doing a crossword puzzle with your coffee. The key is to include at least one activity each day that pulls your attention into the present moment. When you're fully present, focused on what you're doing right now, it's like giving your brain a mental workout. You're training it to resist distractions, to stay sharp, to find joy in the now. And believe it or not, joy is one of the best fuels for clarity. A happy brain is an alert brain. Now, let's talk about something that gets overlooked far too often: mental clutter. You might not realize how much it's weighing you down. Think of it like background noise that never really stops. Unfinished tasks, worries about the future, old regrets, or even just too much information coming at you from every direction. When your brain is overloaded, it struggles to focus, even on simple things. One way to clear that mental clutter is what I like to call a mind sweep. Just sit down with a pen and paper, not a phone, and write down everything that's buzzing around in your mind. Big things, small things, silly things, serious things. Let it all out. Don't try to organize it yet, just get it onto the page. You'll be amazed at how much lighter your mind feels once it's no longer trying to juggle everything silently in the background. After that, pick one or two small things you can act on or let go of. That simple act, choosing to do something or release something, frees up energy for the things that really matter. Your brain likes to know it's being listened to. Give it that chance. And here's another small shift that has a big impact: limiting your exposure to negative input. That could be the news, arguments on television, endless social media scrolling, or even certain people who leave you feeling drained. Your mental environment is just as important as your physical one. You wouldn't want to live in a house full of noise, clutter, and chaos, right? So why let your mind live there? Give yourself permission to step back. Watch less news. Say no to conversations that spiral into complaining. Replace screen time with quiet time. You can't always control the world, but you can choose what you let into your head and heart. Little by little, you begin to build a space where your mind feels calm, clear, and recharged. Not just for a moment, but throughout your day. And once you have that kind of mental space, something magical happens. You begin to notice more. You think more clearly. You feel more confident in your choices. Now that we've talked about how daily rhythm and mental environment shape your energy, let's keep going and explore one of the most underestimated boosters of mental clarity: the power of movement. When you hear the word movement, what comes to mind? Maybe a brisk walk around the neighborhood, a few stretches in the morning, or light chores around the house. But here's what most people don't realize. Movement isn't just good for your body. It's one of the fastest, most natural ways to clear the mental fog and light up your brain. After 65, regular physical movement, especially gentle, intentional movement, works like a pump for your mind. It increases circulation, sends more oxygen to your brain, and even stimulates the release of chemicals that help you feel more focused, alert, and uplifted. You don't need to run marathons or join a gym. You just need to move in a way that feels good, and do it consistently. Try starting your day with 5 to 10 minutes of slow stretching or a short walk outside. Even moving your arms in circles, swaying side to side, or marching lightly in place can wake up your brain. What matters most is that you're moving your body in rhythm with your breath. That rhythm is like music for your nervous system. It settles the mind, lifts your mood, and helps you concentrate throughout the day. And if you can take that walk in nature, even better. Trees, birds, fresh air, and natural light have a powerful, almost magical effect on the brain. They calm the stress centers, sharpen your senses, and help you think more clearly. If you've ever gone outside feeling overwhelmed and returned with a sense of peace, you already know what I mean. But there's another kind of movement that deserves attention, and that's mental movement, challenging your brain. Not with pressure, not with frustration, but with gentle stimulation. Think of your brain like a muscle. It gets stronger when it's used with purpose. Learning a new song, picking up a book, playing a memory game, or even trying a new recipe are all small ways to keep your mind active. And don't underestimate the power of conversation. Talking with someone, really talking, sharing stories, exchanging ideas, is one of the most effective and enjoyable ways to keep your brain firing on all cylinders. So if there's a neighbor, a friend, a relative you haven't spoken to in a while, give them a call. Not just for them, but for you. Connection lights up the brain. Now let's talk about rest. Not just sleep, but mental rest. Because no matter how well you eat, move, or think, if your mind never gets a break, your energy will eventually run out. Mental rest is about stepping away from the noise. It's about doing something for the sheer joy of it, with no goal, no outcome, no pressure. That might mean sitting in a cozy chair with a cup of tea and simply staring out the window, or listening to calming music, or closing your eyes and breathing deeply for a few minutes. This kind of pause is not laziness, it's essential maintenance. Think of it like charging your phone. You wouldn't expect it to run all day without plugging it in. Your brain is no different. And here's the beautiful part. When you begin to honor these moments of movement, stillness, challenge, and calm, you create a cycle. A steady rhythm of input and recovery, of effort and ease. And that rhythm is what brings back your spark. It's what clears the cobwebs and fills you with that quiet, steady confidence that says, I've still got it. So now, with these habits in motion, clear mornings, focused days, healthy movement, and mental rest, what we're really creating is something deeper, something that goes beyond tips and tricks. It's a way of living that supports your mind, your spirit, and your joy, because staying mentally energized after 65 isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most, and doing it in a way that feels right for you.